Right. Of course, I'm going to talk about Egypt and the revolution and youth and all. Please bear in mind that it's been a year, so that's something to consider. Whenever I go anywhere outside of Egypt and I'm identified as Egyptian, the first question I'm asked is whether I participated in the revolution or not, whether I've been to Tahrir and, been shot at or something. People have the perception that I represent the revolution and the people of the revolution, not only because I'm Egyptian, but because I'm a young Egyptian. Yes would be my answer, that I did participate. But yes does not even begin to describe what I witnessed as the person who was in Egypt at the time, what I witnessed of the good, the bad, and the ugly that took place in Egypt. Yes, we toppled the regime of 30 years. Yes, we saw unity and hope, willingness to contribute and your time and energy to Egypt after decades of apathy. Because, for the first time in 60 years, we felt that there's space for dreaming and taking ownership and shaping, decisions and crafting our own future. However, there are numerous questions that remain unanswered, or rather questions with answers that are too painful to accept. Why is it that after the regime was toppled, over 1,000 martyrs have fallen, 200 of which just lately died in a football match? And thousands were injured, hundreds are missing right now. Why are former members of the regime not properly tried and fairly tried? Why are 15,000 young civilians tried under military courts, 1,200 of which are underage? For no valid reason they're tried. While police officers accused of murdering Egyptians during the 25th of January revolution are being acquitted and under a civil court, not a military court. Why are civil society organizations being subjugated to oppression? And most importantly, why did the military council that's currently in power, why did it fail to fulfill every promise made since they took charge to this day? In an attempt to answer these questions, I give you the following. I remember running away from tear gas canisters being thrown, seeing people next to me collapse, suffocate. But I also remember seeing young men and women taking huge risks to carry out the injured and send them to the field hospitals in Tahrir, around Tahrir. I remembered my friend who was arrested and sent to a military prison merely for taking part in a demonstration. I remember my friend who was struggling to help the revolution's victims and locate the missing. I also remember my friend who decided to join a protest to fight for the rights of the victims of the revolution and nearly died in the process. He was lucky to survive because a bullet barely missed him and went for a young man next to him. I remember Maud, who used to go to Tahrir behind his parents' back and received 2 bullets in the brain and is now in a coma. I remember a doctor, an engineer, a religious man, and many other good people that we lost for Egypt during and after the revolution. The traumas we have endured prompted several initiatives to uncover the truth, apply pressure on those in power, and express our dreams and aspirations. We've seen street art and graffiti that send very powerful and rebellious messages that resulted in authorities actually being present, and they resorted to wiping away all these messages through art. To fight the bias and dishonest state media, street media was established. A prominent example is Kadhibun, or Liars. It's a campaign that uses a projector, a wall, and public space, simply, to display and unveil the hidden atrocities of the military council, to inform the uninformed. The past year has graced us with a parliament that has less than 10% of youth representation, a series of governments that claim that current protesters are not genuine revolutionaries, but are just thugs and anarchists. And we have also been graced with an unqualified constitution drafting committee. The only thing I can say is, right now, some want to keep protesting, some are waiting for a miracle, some believe there's nothing we can really do, and some, I'm one of them, believe that the least we can do is to keep on unveiling the good, the bad, and the ugly. Where does this leave us now? Well, you tell me. Thank you.